computer. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So before I get started, well, actually, Kelly, I'll kind of weave in your suggestions, but hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Sarah. If we have not met before in person, please come flag me down at Women in DSO. I would love to meet in person. I did this type of a webinar for Dykema, and everybody really appreciated it because I don't know about you guys. I want to know what the place looks like. Where am I going? What do I do? But the number one thing that I know that you guys are all here for, because it's the number one question that I get in regards to this is, Sarah, what the hell do I wear? Do not worry. I got you. Even though I might not be like the best person because my initial response is like sequins, duh. But not everybody likes to wear sequins. So, but we can go over that. But that is like my number one question. I saw all of you guys nod your heads. Are you guys all wondering that too? Yes. Okay. Well, have no fear. I do have my little notes here, so I just want to make sure. Again, my name is Sarah Ruberg. I am the CEO and founder of our Thrive Tribe, which this has absolutely nothing to do with. I just want to make sure that everybody is prepared and excited for Women in DSO. We have Caitlin on our call today, Caitlin Waters. Like, so if anyone has like official answers, it's Caitlin. I just like kind of go off, and I know I'm not sure if Aman is going to be able to make it. I know she's like super busy, so she might pop on. And if she does, then we're really excited for that. So what I kind of want to go over is not just the event itself, but really utilizing how to utilize events like this, you guys, because who here's been to Dykema? Okay, so I see some head nods no, and I'm just going to tell you guys quickly. Women in DSO, what this is their fifth year, and I think Dykema is this is like their 11th or 12th year, and Women in DSO has very quickly like rose to the top. Kelly, you look amazing. Stop that.
Stop it. I just put dinner together. I'm so sorry. But I want to be able to nod my head and interrupt.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute. So Dykema, we kind of refer to it as like the Super Bowl of DSO conferences, and one of the reasons being is because it's usually about 1,500 to 2,000 people, and it's in a big uh, environment, but it is just like there's so many. It's such great networking, and there's so many great people that are there, and so if you've been to Dykema, Women in DSO is very similar. It's just in a smaller area. Although Caitlin, I know that this is different than where it's been. I know it's still in Caesars. And is this area bigger than it has been in the past? Sorry to put.
Yes, but actually this year it's even better because everything is mostly in one place. So it's the Octavius Ballroom, and then from there, all the rooms are attached to that ballroom. So there's a lot less hallways and navigation. Everything is much more centrally located, but
Nice.
a bigger area, just all in one area, which is
And
good.
it and I looked at the map. Is it close in proximity to where the other like it's not is it where the whole entire the Friday Night Bash was last year? Is that where it's at?
Yes,
Okay.
it's similar. This wing is completely new to me. I went there once when we did our walkthrough, and we'll be sending maps with our know before you go email. Um, so I can't even picture it in relation to where it was.
Okay.
Caesar's Palace is like could have its own zip code, I feel like.
Well, they all can. That's why
Yeah.
I love when you guys have it in Caesars because there's elevators that come right down. Because I'm sure if you guys have been to a conference in Vegas, you could like walk for like an hour and even if it's in the same hotel and it could take forever. So I love in Caesars and the conference center, the elevators usually come like right down to the conference area. So it's amazing. So I wanted to kind of go over layout of the land, what to expect in regards to, again, how big it is, what type of networking, but then also how to utilize, because if any of you guys have ever spent even like 20 seconds with me, I've probably lovingly lectured you on LinkedIn and how to utilize it to like make sure that you get the most out of your conference experience. So I'm going to kind of like weave some of that into it as well. So kind of like what it actually feels like, the conference itself, strategy before you go, what to wear naturally, and really just like kind of how to make it be the best conference for you. So first of all, if anybody asks you, can men come to this? I don't know how many people ask, like Jen Outlaw is like, absolutely not. No. But actually they can, yes. But it's really interesting how many people ask that as well. But as far as getting into Vegas, if you've been there, all of you guys all know those kinds of things. It's as far as the dress code goes for the events, we have the welcome reception Wednesday, and you guys wear whatever the hell you want. Be comfortable. And I know some people might be like, well, what's ever, like maybe part of the way you feel comfortable is by making sure that not everybody's going to come out in like a full blown blow up unicorn costume like I possibly might. I know that not everybody's going to do that. If we did, that would be fun. But the welcome reception, I would say primarily like business casual throughout. I love to wear, pink, or this year I'm going with red. And so, which I didn't even think that I wore a red vest today. So look at me go. I'm on brand. But the welcome reception, all of those things, business casual, the Friday night bash, that's a little bit more formal. And I see a lot of people wear, I mean, that's where I love to shine because I love to wear sequin dresses, pantsuits if you want. But again, this is really about you being comfortable, because we're walking a lot, we're talking a lot and doing all these things. So you want to make sure that you're comfortable. No one's going to look at you and be like, why are you wearing that? And if they do, you tell me who they are. You get their name and you let me know. Something interesting that I thought is relatively newish is that I just got an email, Caitlin, thank you for this, telling us that we do have to wear our name badges in order to get into places. And that's kind of like, is the norm in some places, like a big Chicago midwinter, but usually stuff like women in DSO or Dykema, they're not typically like that. So I think that's great. So I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes I'm like, I forgot my name tag. I don't need it, but I am going to need it, and we're all going to need it. So, and if you guys have any questions, like, please feel free to interrupt me. I don't have slides. I just thought that we could like hang out and chat about one of my favorite conferences in the entire world. So let's see. Yes, I heard somebody not talking to me. Okay. The strategy before you go, and Kaylin, I'm sorry. I know you were like, I'll be here if you need anything. And now I've like needed all the things. Do we have a standard graphic for everybody to use that they're going? I know that there's the like, I'm attending one, but it doesn't have a picture for them, right?
Actually, Kelly, I'm going to throw you out there. I don't know if anyone is connected to Kelly on LinkedIn, but she created a really great yes, it is an I'm attending graphic. It doesn't have like a placeholder for a speaker spot. Kelly, I don't know if you used Canva or something, but she did a really great job in putting her headshot on the graphic and making it work, which is super easy on Canva if anyone's curious. But I will drop that graphic on the chat here just in case nobody has that one. And then Kelly, I don't know if you want to share what you did because it looked really good.
Oh gosh, I cheated. I so cheated. I took my headshot and I downloaded the graphic you sent me earlier and I put them in Chat GPT and I said, combine these two files, allow text overlap, make my headshot smaller, and just made a few modifications to it. And that's what I got. So you just add the two files into Chat GPT, do a merge. Make sure you allow the text to overlap or it'll cut off some of the words. And then if you want yourself bigger or smaller, it took me about four prompts to get that. So I totally cheated. I couldn't even open Canva, which is horrible, but
that is an amazing graphic. And actually I was going to post about this on LinkedIn either today or tomorrow. I don't know if is anyone going to Chicago Midwinter this week? Okay. So I don't know if you guys have seen, so typically when like Women in DSO has provided a unified graphic, uniform graphic that you can use in order to tell people that you're attending. And so even though Kelly has now added her beautiful picture to this, it's still the font, it's still the branding of Women in DSO. So as we are scrolling through LinkedIn, I know instantly that person's going, that person's going, that person's going. Chicago Midwinter, I get it that they're a very big conference, but they didn't give us like a standard graphic. So now what people tend to do is they tend to brand it to their business. But if I don't know your business, then it's not really easily recognizable to me. So, for future reference, any event that you're going to, if they don't provide you with the graphic, definitely make it heavily branded for the actual event so that that's what people see and recognize. And I love the fact that Women in DSO does have one that you guys can use today. But I love, Kelly, that you added your picture, because then it also is like more personal, because now we know Kelly's going. So I think that's amazing. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
and totally cheat. Just steal all the ideas and because I need all the help I can get when it comes to that stuff. So it actually worked quite well.
Well, and that's it's such a great way. So, any conference that you're going to, I usually like to share it like a week in advance, maybe like the week of, because then, especially during conference season right now, everyone's like, I'm going to Chicago Midwinter, I'm going here, I'm going there. And it's like hard to keep track. And so, whether you're a part of a DSO, whether you're an industry partner, keeping an eye on these is a great way to know, like, hey, I actually want to meet that person. I should schedule time with them in advance, because if there's one thing that's very hard to do at both Women in DSO and DICMA is to think that we're going to get there and be like, I'm just going to text Nye and I'm just going to like see her when I see her, because it's not how that works. I left Women in DSO last year saying to my COO, I was like, if this is what being famous feels like, I don't want it. Like, and it's not just because it's me and because I know a lot of people. There's so many wonderful people, and the conversations that are not just, hey, how's Bobby Sue? How's this? I feel like Women in DSO really cultivates really deep, meaningful connections. And I know a lot of these, and I know a lot of you, regardless of what conference you're at, that comes natural to you. But it's just, make sure to take care of yourself, because it's exhausting, and not in a bad way. It's just there's so many wonderful things to do. Headshot, you can get your headshots done. You can get, I mean, I don't even know all of the fun, exciting things that they have this year, but you can get so many things done. Professional headshots, your colors. If we're still doing color story, y'all, I need to figure it out, because I do not know what color looks good on me other than green and red. And I cannot go around being Christmas all the dang time. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple pinks that don't look good on me, and I'm really upset about that, but I need to figure that out. But anywho,
I was gonna say, Caitlin, is the color girl back?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
gosh. I
this
swear, I
is
was like, where do I make my appointment?
I
That
will
line gets
say,
so
since
long.
this is a more intimate group, when the Empower Lounge opens, which is where all of the kind of activations are, definitely go there first and put your name down. There might be a list, because I know that there was quite a list for last year's one. Um, and we do have quite a few new ones as well. But yes, the color analysis will be back.
Man, yeah, definitely. Okay, so
So
once
it's
that
really
opens,
cool if you've never found out your color swatch with what matches best with your skin tone and hair color, it's people were pretty stoked about it. It'll be interesting to see if anyone who did it last year came back this year with colors based off of what they learned. I
has
don't know if
anyone,
anyone here did it, but
what if you learn that like every single color in your closet is not your color? I'd be
That
real
would
pissed.
probably be me for sure.
Same. I would be like, what do you mean? What do you mean I have rosacea and I shouldn't wear red or pink because it accentuates the pink in my face? I don't care. I'm wearing it. No, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably get rid of everything. If I find out that I'm a fall, like if I find out that I'm like more neutral colors, that would be really interesting, because I love pink and sparkles and all that kind of stuff. But anywho, I digress, because this is certainly not about me. So utilizing whenever you're ready to say, hey, I'm going to this conference. Again, it can really help you identify meetings that you want to have. And if you do want to meet people while you're there, please, please, please reach out to them in advance. Please, please, please find a place to meet with them in advance and get that scheduled. Because even if I could be Amy, if you and I didn't schedule time to meet, well, I know we're talking about Chicago midwinter, but like if I don't schedule time to meet with you, like we will never, ever
And
see
like
each
we
other.
see each other and wave and be like, oh, why did I not reach out?
Yes. Yeah. So you definitely, even if you're like, hey, I'm 5 feet away from you, I'll see. No, you won't see each other. It's just like go under that assumption because it's just so busy. Um, and be intentional with try to be as best as you can to be intentional. Something else that I want to say like early on is that something that I'd posted about dikema and it was really well received. And I don't know if I just need to say this because even sometimes I need to say this for myself. You do not have to go to the bar to close deals. This industry, I brought one of my young team members with me to Women in DSO last year, and she is adorable. She is a people pleaser through and through. We talk about it all the time, and like I could see her feel the pressure to go to the bar and drink. Y'all, when I got to the airport at 6 o'clock in the morning, I walked past the bar and past all the same people I'd left at 9 o'clock the night before, her included. And that is not her style. And I had a conversation with her. I was like, you don't have to do this. You don't. So I just want to say that loud and clear for everybody. Sometimes we feel pressured. Been there, done that. If there's ever a point in time when if you need help getting out of something, like you don't want to go, call me, text me. I will send out an email after this with my cell phone number. It's like, oh, it's like those, do you guys used to listen to the radio and like, you could give them like the phone number of the radio station and they could call and like say something harassing or whatever. Like, obviously I'm not going to harass anybody, but like, I will be your wing woman, but I just want you to know, do not feel pressured. If you're an industry partner, DSO, anybody, please, you do what you want. And if you do not want to go to the bar, you do not have to. Okay. Sorry. Get off my little high horse. So we talked about what to wear, business casual. I know that the agenda is listed on the website. So definitely, and again, I will put all of this in an email. I'm sure you guys have all looked at these things, but this is really just kind of like a what to expect. And if you've gone to a ton of conferences, I mean, instantly once you get to the airport, you start seeing everybody. And then once you get to check-in, you see everybody. And so just make sure, because it's Vegas too, make sure to drink a lot of water. I've never done this before, but like I was making myself a little like Women in DSO list on Amazon of all of the things. So, and I can send that too, but like shoes, like those little like foldable shoes. So that way, when you're like walking like forever in your heels, you can take them off, you can put your little shoes on and you're fine. A little like collapsible water bottle. I'm going to read you guys Kelly's amazing tips that she texted me today, which I'd never even thought of. She said, if you're going to be in town, especially places like Vegas, it's better to go to the local grocery store or even Instacart or DoorDash a small case of water and put it in your fridge in your room along with Gatorade. Because I don't know how many of you guys have done this, but like I look at that like water bottle in my room and I'm like, ain't no way I'm going to pay $30 for that dang thing. And then I get there, I get back to my room at the end of the night. I don't know what to do. I don't want to go anywhere. And I'm like, I'm paying $30 for this bottle of water because I need to hydrate. So thank you, Kelly, for that. What else did you
I'll
say?
say as soon as I get there, the first thing I do is I go for a walk on the strip and go to the CVS and
Yes.
get 2 gallons of water. And then I usually use that as my excuse to like take a walk and get another one. But they're having like a gallon of water where I can just like refill my water bottle, or I'm not getting back to my room at 11 p.m. and realizing I don't have any water left. But having like a bigger supply of water is the best you can do.
Yes.
You can.
That's a great comment, Caitlin, because that CVS is right across the street from Caesars. If you go out that one door, and it's so easy to get to.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because the liquid IV, yes, Liliana. And
Oh, yeah.
I put two like drip drop. I like drip drop and I like the IV, like all of those kinds of things are like they don't necessarily taste the most amazing, but that's okay. Sometimes I'll just add like a oh, like a flavor, like a water flavor thing. Y'all, perimenopause is real. Caitlin, are we
I do the emergency, Sarah. I do the sugar-free emergency that come in as my electrolytes.
oh, that's a good idea. Caitlin, are we going to do a segment on perimenopause? Because we totally should at one point in time.
It's funny, we actually have that as for our self pillar of our wellness programs. We do virtual workshops throughout the year. We have that as a potential topic for our September panel. So stay tuned.
Man, potential. I will sign a petition to make that like mandatory because like I can't even remember what the heck those little flavored things are called, and I have them all the time. What are they? Somebody tell me what they're called.
Mios. Are you thinking of Mios?
Yes, but what's like the most like Crystal Light?
Crystal
Oh,
Light. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Anywho, all of those are really really important because obviously the air is super dry. I know we're like at the 30-minute mark. Does anyone have any questions? And I mean, this is like safe zone. You can ask whatever your little heart desires. No one's going to judge anything. Questions.
okay. I do have one question. I've always thought about this, but I've never really had an answer. Do you guys dress casual to the airport and walking into the hotel, knowing that you might see attendees, or do you plan to dress accordingly when you're walking in to check in?
That's a really good question. And I think it depends on the person. What I like to do is I have like lounge sets that I'll wear because we're sitting on a plane. Who knows like how long someone's coming in. So I'll tell you, I certainly don't look at somebody and like, I can't believe they were on a plane ride and they're wearing like leggings and a sweatshirt. Ugh. Like I don't want to talk to that person. Because Whitney, if somebody says that, you don't want to be friends with them anyways. And if somebody on this call would think that, like, man, that's your personal preference and that's okay. But I know I personally like to be comfortable. And
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of people while I've been in leggings and a sweatshirt. And I don't feel like very many people in our industry are really judgmental of that.
Okay, good. I think I just needed that reassurance. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Does anyone else have any questions or that we haven't gone over necessarily yet, or comments or concerns?
Okay, I have one.
Yes.
Can we talk about shoe etiquette? Because I have been that person who buys the brand new shoes with heels, and I don't wear heels all the time, right? And I unfortunately wear them for the first time to a conference, and that my feet are dying after the first day. And like, can we like start normalizing it's okay not to have not cute shoes once in a while so that we're comfortable?
Yeah.
We should all get the ugliest shoes and wear them so we know we were all in this meeting.
I am literally wearing my Air Force Ones this year. I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. I'm gonna stop trying to like put on the heels all the time. It's just not who I am.
And that's what this is about. And this is about, and so that's why when people ask me like what should I wear, I really do want to say like wear whatever you want. Like I'm a huge advocate for being authentic, being yourself. And and Caitlin even just mentioned, and I mean, I don't know a whole heck of a lot of people that make suits and sneakers look as good as she does.
She
But
looks
like
amazing in everything she puts on. So
literally. I mean, every time I take a picture with her to conference, it's funny. She's like, make sure it's full body because I want my shoes in there.
dude, her hot pink jumpsuit, it was literally, I bought one, Caitlin, doesn't look the same, but it was literally around your inspiration.
I think I've worn it now to every one of our events. I've done a whole calendar year now, so I got to retire it. Now I gotta have a new suit.
Mhm.
It's hard. It's like, and I think that's one thing I always love to advocate for is like it's okay to repeat outfits. I think sometimes
Yes.
people like stress out about like conferences. Like I can't even imagine. I mean, we host, maybe half a dozen events throughout the year, but for all these industry partners that are traveling to like multiple events in 1 month, I'm like, don't worry about repeating outfits. I'm the biggest outfit repeater because I'm like, I'm buying something, I'm going to make sure it's getting full use. But you always have those pictures that you're like, well, there I'm at Dykema in that, I'm at Empower and Grow, and then I'm also I'm at ADSO,
But
Dude, I
that's
saw Sarah
like
2 weeks ago,
whatever.
and I'm going to be in the same outfit when I see her tomorrow. So, like,
well, and I actually I'm envious because when also like what it is that you guys like. Also, if you've talked to me for 20 seconds, we've talked about personal branding and how it's about you and what your personal brand is, what people expect, what people say about you when you're not in the room, but it's also what people expect from you when you are in the room, right? So like people come up to me, if you don't know me, people, my industry nickname from one of my previous employers was Sarah Sparkles. Holy heck, if I'm not wearing something sparkly, people come up to me, where's your sparkle, Sarah? To which I try to be very nice and say, well, I am the sparkle, so I'm right here. But like it's just interesting that what people will see and expect. So like I don't know, it just depends. So I always feel like I have to buy something new because then people are like, ooh, like what's Sarah gonna do this time? Do I just like sound like the biggest brat? People just wonder what I'm gonna do next time. Like I probably sound like a total jerk and I don't mean it that way. So for everybody, it's different. If you want to wear the same thing, if you want to wear the same shoes, if you want to have like your staple outfit, y'all, that's what this whole thing is about. You being you and us celebrating each other and celebrating women. And that's what this is all about. If you are an industry partner, one thing I just want to make sure that we all understand is that I feel like I hear a lot of like vendors come up to me and say, my boss just messaged me and asked me how many leads I have. That's really not what this is like about. This is about laying that foundation, meeting people. Like a lot in this industry, we're so relational. So, like, I know that some of you have bosses breathing down your neck, and I know that this is so much easier said than done because I am my own boss, even though my boss pressures me to like drink champagne sometimes. But like, we get over that. But and she's kind of a jerk sometimes, but that's okay. But just know that you building relationships is the best thing that you can do at this conference. And I don't care what your bosses say to you if they're like, well, no, we need leads, we need leads. Like that's not how these work. So just I know we all put a lot of pressure on ourselves for this, but this is really just to meet people, celebrate women, learn more about, the industry and how we can, rise up together and all those kinds of things. So again, I know I'm not your boss, so I'm over here like, just like relax and don't worry about it. And I mean, I guess you could tell your bosses like, well, Sarah said so. And then they could all come to me and talk to me about it, but that's okay. Um, let's see. I think I
We'll say too, if it's anyone's first time, we will have a first timers meetup. And our leadership alumni club are actually the ones that are running it. So you'll get an email with details on where it'll be. And then also when you check in at registration, we'll let everyone know if you're a first timer, head over. It'll be at 6 p.m. in our exhibitor hall next to our big lead magazine booth. So if you are a first timer, just know that's an opportunity. Sarah's part of the Leadership Alumni Club, so she'll be there. But it's a good way as well, especially if you're traveling by yourself. Hopefully you'll get to meet someone that can be a friendly face throughout the time you're there.
thank you because Teresa sent me that today. So that's going to be Thursday, the 5th at 6. And I've had a negative conference experience over the course of my career. And the majority of the reason that I had a negative experience was because I knew people, but it was my first conference and nobody really, I didn't have a webinar to go to about what to expect and all those kinds of things. And like, I really felt left out. I felt like even though I knew people, like they kind of had like their cliques and stuff like that. And so I am sure that at some point somebody might feel that way, but please, I'm going to I'm going to email my cell phone number. I know what that felt like. I'm like well seasoned in my career. I'm a business owner. I called my dad from my hotel room crying because I hated the experience so much. I was like, people are mean. Nobody likes me. Like this, and this wasn't, I mean, this was over the course of the last 3 years. So I know what that feels like. And I am going to tell you, please text me. If you are feeling that way, let me know. I will do my best to drop what it is that I'm doing and come find you and introduce you to people because and if you see other people feeling that way even though you guys are first timers, please know like just grab somebody and be like, hey, I see you over there by yourself, like let's go do this, or I saw this over here. Like it can make such a huge difference, even just saying to somebody like, this is my first time and I kind of don't like know where to go or what to do or who I should talk to. Like even telling somebody else that you feel the same way helps them to maybe kind of like relax a little bit more. So hopefully nobody feels like that way. But if you do, again, man, I'm just giving my digits out to everybody on this call. It's gonna be exciting. Everybody better text me and let me know if you need like help. Sarah, SOS, come help me. I will come help you. If there's somebody annoying you and you need me to come help you, oh, I'm roll up my little sleeves and come help you get out of that situation. But for the most part, I mean, I really feel like Women in DSO does such a great job of recognizing that there are people who have been there for the first time, and it's very inclusive and warm and welcoming. And so I'm really excited for you guys all to experience it. What are some of the things that you guys are really excited about, experiencing for the first time? Is there anything that you're nervous about? Like, I want to hear, like, what are the things that you guys are excited for?
I'm excited to not sit behind a booth for once. This will actually be my first time like not having people come to me. Jen knows this. But like I'm usually stuck like behind and I don't get a chance to actually go out and find those people I want to talk to. I have to wait for them to come to me.
That I feel like that's a more of a consistent, it's funny, a lot of the pricing for attending these events is going up, but I think a large part of it is because a lot more people do want to just attend and not have a booth. So you kind of have to like offset that. And so I think that's great. I've never had a booth, but I'm not that big of an entity to like have a booth to like stand behind. So, I would
You're an entity all in yourself. Don't say you're not a big enough. You're just an
oh,
entity all in yourself.
thank you, Courtney. That was really nice. Thank you. Um, but I couldn't imagine. I would be so bored. Who here's sitting behind a booth? Who here is a sponsor? No?
They don't let me stay at the booth because I don't actually stay there. So they bring someone else to actually work the booth and they let me kind of, because you know me, Sarah.
You're a
Like
wanderer.
I'm the wanderer.
Yes. That's a good thing to be. That is definitely a good thing to be for sure. Um, what, let's see, Vegas, Caesars, anybody have any like events? Are any of you guys doing any dinners or going off property for anything fun?
I am.
You sounded really thrilled when you said that.
Sorry.
Where are you
Uh,
going? What are you doing?
I got invited to a private event
Ooh,
already, so I'm excited about that.
that's fancy. That's fun. There will be lots of events that people will invite you to, and if you're anything like me in Vegas, especially in Vegas, I'm a stay on site snob. Like that's why I love Dykema because Brian has curated that so much that if you do go off property, it's like a little too far away. So everybody stays on property. Plus, they just did like all these renovations to the Gaylord in Denver. So it's like there's new, even though a lot of us have been going, there's new stuff. But man, when they're like, yeah, we're going off property, I'm like, I'm not. I don't know who you're talking to. Like, I'm staying right here. So I'm sure there will be plenty of things to do. Um, Janelle, I don't know if have I ever met you before? Have we met before?
No, not in person. I've
What do you,
been to a couple of your events.
well, what is it that you do, my new friend?
So I work for a company called DES. Dental Smart Solutions. We sell like restorative components and implant components.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm here in Chicago right now, the Windy City. I did about
Nice.
8 miles so far.
I'll see you tomorrow. Why is it in the 50s there? What is going on?
Sweating. I'm sweating. Tomorrow too.
I just well apparently, and I'll tell you guys something new about me. Apparently I am really good friend either I'm really good friends with Mother Nature or she does not like me because I just moved from Florida to Utah in July and Utah is having like the worst winter ever. It actually snowed today, which I did not believe. I've been here since July. It has barely snowed and I've asked everyone, I'm like, you guys lied. It does not snow here, but it does. But it has not snowed here hardly at all. And yet it snowed in Florida. And now I'm going to Chicago and it's in the 50s. So I'm pretty sure Mother Nature's either mad at me or maybe she really likes me. I don't know. Either way. But apparently I have control over the weather. No, I don't. Gosh, did I go over it? Caitlin, am I forgetting anything?
Could I add?
Yeah, portable chargers, Marissa, that's a great one. I know there's plenty of outlets throughout the hallway that our room will be in, as well as in the ballroom, but portable chargers are definitely, especially with all the walking at Caesar's Palace, the last thing is like, oh, I have to go to my room because I forgot my charger. If you have something on you, it'll make your day a lot easier, not having to go back and forth to your room.
Yes, thank you, Caitlin and Marissa. And I put I don't know if you guys know Whitney from Inside Desk. I on my little Amazon list, I don't know if you've ever seen Whitney. She's this adorable little human, but she wears her own lanyard. Like she buys her own sparkly lanyard and then she'll add that like to whatever conference she goes to. So I think I found the one that she likes to use. So I put that on the list. Um, little like travel like wipes for the bathroom or for your hands or for especially because you don't want to be carrying around like Courtney or anyone who's like walking around, you don't want to carry around like a big old purse. So all of the stuff on there is like foldable. I do have some like kitten heels on there that are pretty comfortable. um what else? Oh, I don't eye patches. I don't know about you guys, but I really take advantage of the fact that I'm in a hotel and like I always use like my little under eye patches because like I get tired. So I want to make sure that I look good or even like a face mask, like my little like spa away from home. Also, if anybody needs a blazer, there's this brand on Amazon. It's CICY Bell, CC Bell. I have so many of their blazers. They're absolutely amazing and they come in so many colors. I love them so much. I also included satin pajamas because if you also know anything about me, I've mentioned satin pajamas all the time because you can network for free on LinkedIn, lay in bed at night in your satin pajamas with whatever your drink of choice is and network for free. Which, again, if you were a vendor, DSO, anybody, if there's people that you want to meet at this conference, you should start utilizing LinkedIn to engage with them now. If you were heavy on the travel circuit or conference circuit, warming these relationships up in advance between all of these conferences is going to help lower that barrier of entry when you do want to meet them in person. So, like for example, I'm sure if you spend any time on LinkedIn, maybe you've seen Bonnie Thompson. She's the COO of Forest Family Dental. She's adorable. She loves baking. And one day she posted on LinkedIn that she had deep fried apple fritters on her stove. I do not know about you guys. That terrifies me. I feel like I would burn my house down to the ground if I even like attempted to do that. So I'm like commenting in her post and I'm like, how did you do that? Were you afraid? And she like tells me all these things. We start messaging each other on LinkedIn and I met her at CareStack Inner Circle and it was like we were best friends. And all because we'd like cultivated that relationship on LinkedIn. So again, part of my loving lecture. Maybe that's why I really wanted to get you guys here to tell you what to wear and how to use LinkedIn to better advance yourselves in your career in this industry. um, oh, and Advil. Don't forget Advil, y'all. That's really important because I always, and if you also, if anybody plans on like interviews or doing any type of content, does anybody do or plan to do anything like that? if you do, and if you don't have anything, I have this really awesome tripod. Actually, why not show it as an example? It's like, it's so cool. It's like kind of compact. It's not like the most compact thing, although I guess you could also use it as a weapon if you really wanted to. But it's just really simple. And you just like put your phone right here and you can like film, and it's a little tripod, and it has like a little remote so that if you want to like take pictures, or you know, you can press record when you went. And then there's like all these really cool little mini, I'm sure you guys have seen them on people using them on Instagram, like the little handheld microphones that have like the fuzzy tops. They have pink ones, black ones. Make sure that they fit to your phone. But that's a really cool way to like grab content for yourself if you want to do that. You also don't have to do that. And y'all take pictures. Please, please take pictures with people, not just, and if you have a booth, please don't take the obligatory, or take the obligatory picture at your booth, but don't post it. Please don't post it. There's so many other wonderful, take pictures of you, take pictures with the people that you meet. And then that way, when you get to, you know, write your recap on LinkedIn, which you all should be doing, by my advice, please, because I think it would be really helpful. But like, you can talk about how you met Amy Fletcher and the amazing conversation that you had with her. And maybe she told you the story about, you know, the bed that that got or was supposed to get there and then didn't, and then how her husband had to go like talk to that poor young guy, and then how all like that whole entire story that I know about, that now Amy has a wonderfully comfortable bed that she gets to sleep in every night.
When I'm not traveling.
When you're not traveling. Yes. So, but yeah, that's really the type of content that a lot of people want to see, is like, who is Courtney? Who is Janelle? Who is Joanne? Oh, well, I see that Sarah or Amy talked to that person. And that's the kind of conversation that they had. Like, wow, that's really cool. These conferences are about building relationships and not just about what kind of a deal can I sign today. Other industry partners. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people. Kaylin, how many people do you have registered? Do we know? I know that's probably like
It's getting up there. So if actually that was gonna be my question. Has everyone registered that's on the call?
and do you have
Okay,
your
good.
hotel? Does everyone have their hotel room? Because I know that that's been like, wait, Erica, are you saying you have not?
Erica, not registered or not, no hotel?
No one.
Ooh, yet.
Erica, let's get you registered.
Yeah. Okay. Doing that.
Do they still, are there still there's still a hotel space, right, Caitlin? Or maybe just not in the
Wednesday night has been sold out for a couple weeks now, but there should be Thursday and Friday availability. And Erica, I have a discount code for you if you'd like. We Thursday and Friday should still have availability. The pro and con about Vegas is there's no shortage of hotels. It's just how close or how far you want to be on the strip. I know quite a few people are staying off strip Wednesday night just to save a little bit of money, and then Thursday, Friday they're staying at Caesar's Palace since Wednesday was closed down. Anyone here have a different hotel on Wednesday night?
Yeah, where would you recommend?
So it really depends on your budget. I don't want to say a hotel and then it be completely out of your price range. I mean, there's everything. The next closest one would be the Bellagio. Personally, that's out of my price range if I was, buying a ticket for a hotel. The Link is also an affordable option that's nearby. And it just depends if you want to be on the strip. And then there's plenty of options, even more affordable than off the strip, but not that far. There's so many Ubers and cabs, so there's no shortage of transportation that you'll be able to get to and from, wherever you want to go.
This also is an interesting point, because I feel like, and at least I felt this way at Dykema, now it's interesting to hear the same thing with women in DSO. Like, I know that there's pre-conference events, but it's like, I feel like everyone gets there earlier and earlier and earlier. And a lot of that could be like, I'm not going to any pre-conference events on Wednesday, but I know I'm going to see people, and Vegas is a little bit different because it's much more spread out and people might be going early because they want to gamble or go do something. But like at a Dykema or like a smaller event, people will come in earlier because, and I know I said this earlier, you don't have to do deals at the bar, but you do end up seeing a lot of people like in Dykema, there's that big central bar. So like you walk past and you see everybody there. So sometimes it's beneficial to get there even a little bit earlier because you just never know. It's the calm before the storm. You can actually breathe, get the lay of the land, and then and I know not everybody has that ability, but yeah, it just seems like everyone. I swear, Dykema is probably going to start on like a Monday and go all the way until Saturday eventually. Like it's ridiculous how long it is, but yeah, I just go to the
You
spa.
actually, funny, but I'm actually from there, so I will actually be there early. I have family there. I would offer my mom's house. I don't think she'd appreciate that though. To stay at. I mean, she has extra room, so like a couple extra people. She's got a pool. That's good, right? Um, but for anybody, I will be there actually like way before and well after. If anybody is coming before or saying after, wants to go do something, not on the strip, nowhere to go, places to eat, something like that. I know Sarah mentioned like things. I actually plan on eating sushi way off the strip, like having some of those secret like home food stuff kind of thing. But if anybody's there before or after, I will be there.
You know, Courtney, that sounds like a great LinkedIn post.
Sarah's like, get your brand going, girl. You're from there.
Well, you know, it's what, no matter, I've said this to so many people, wherever, and I know we have 9 minutes left, wherever you currently are in your career, whether it is for now or for forever, if you want to stay in the dental industry, build your network before you need it. And it doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be overproduced, but what it has to be is authentic. Because how many, I don't know if anyone's ever met like a celebrity that they follow on social media, or maybe like a celebrity that they see in the news, and you think like, wow, I'm going to meet this person, and based upon what I see on their social media, they're going to be this way. And then you meet them and they're the total opposite, and it's disappointing and sometimes devastating, and it's all like to us, but also damaging to their reputation. And so that's why it's really important to just be yourself. The worst thing you can do is someone walk up to you and be like, wow, Nye, you're like totally different in person than I thought that you were going to be because of what you do or say, which is not the case because you were very authentic in all of your content that you put out on social media. So don't be afraid to be yourself and have a good time. Don't get overwhelmed. It's easy to do because there's a lot of people, and just know too, a lot of these conversations, they can go deep. Like if you stop and talk to me, like I'm probably not just going to be like surface level. I want to talk about all the things. And I feel like this is a conference that really kind of cultivates that for a lot of people. It's really special. And don't tell Brian that I said this, Caitlin, ever, because he would be really mad at me. But I really do think that like when people ask me what DSO conferences should I go to, Dykema and Women in DSO, and Women in DSO is just, it's kind of getting up there as far as probably the same amount of people, but a little bit more, in my opinion, impactful. I don't know if everyone here, something else worth mentioning too, if you were not a Women in DSO member, I and Caitlin, are they going? Yeah, you can nod if you want. Are we going to do like a discount at the conference or no?
Yes, come find me. I'll be booth girl for the majority of when I'm not running around like a crazy person, I'll be at our membership booth. So if you have questions about membership, what options work best for you, we will have membership specials that we're only offering at Empower and Grow. So come find me. Happy to help answer any questions.
And it's worth it. And I'm going to give my opinion. I know that there's different levels of membership, but this is why I think that it is a great organization to be a part of. Well, one, there's like the corporate level ones where like if you're a part of a big corporation and they want to do like a big membership and have like I don't know if it's like 15 or 22 seats, however many seats that come with it, like there's like the big sponsorship. But if you're an individual, it's like less than unless the price has changed, it's like less than $1,200 for the year. And I know that if you join for multiple years, it's less than that. And they do a really good discount at the conference itself. And the number one reason why I love my membership is because I get to do the mentorship program. And what that means is every cohort that we have, I've been the mentor, but you can be a mentor, mentee, and it's just so great. You get paired with somebody like you look at, what is it? What are your preferences? What are their preferences? And they pair you. Caitlin was actually my first adorable little mentee. And she's wonderful. And I just love it. You get to meet so many different people at different organizations. You could, I mean, I'm an industry partner, but I think there's a lot of industry partners that I know that have, yes, I know Marissa just mentioned that she's obsessed with her mentor, and I know that she's having a great time with her. It's just a really nice, you can meet weekly, you can meet bi-weekly, you can, choose your schedule, but you get to like really develop these relationships. And I know that I've learned so much from my mentees, like probably more than they've learned from me. So I think that in itself is worth it. And on top of that, at Dykema, at Women in DSO, these conferences are so big and busy. And one of the things that I love that they do is they'll do like a breakfast for the people who have previous and current mentors, mentees. And it's just this nice little breakaway. And it's usually not everybody that's gone through the programs, maybe around like 40 to 50 women. So everyone else is in the big room having their breakfast, and we get to just kind of like relax. And they usually will bring in a speaker. And so I think that, to me, I think it's worth it. So,
And I would love to extend, if anyone here would like to attend the breakfast, email Sarah. I'll put my email address on here. I'd love to invite you. It's a great way it's Friday morning at 7:15. So it's before the main day of programming. So let's say by some chance you didn't meet anyone at the welcome reception, or the first timers meeting you didn't get to go to. This will be another great way to meet someone and hopefully have a friendly face throughout the main day of programming. So I don't care if you're not a member, or thinking about joining, or thinking about joining the mentorship program, send me an email. We'd love to have you on that invite. And you can hear about the mentorship program, but you'll also hopefully get to meet someone you can hang out with throughout the rest of the week. Yes, Lindsay, you should have an invite, but if you didn't, send me an email. But I'll make sure get on there.
Caitlin, thank you so much for offering that. I think everybody on this call, please, please, please send her an email and go to that breakfast. It's so worth it. And it's like minus the noise, right? And it's not that the conference noise is like bad or anything, but it's just like I don't know, it's just more intimate, and you get to like spend time with like fewer people and make more, lasting relationships. So definitely take Caitlin up on her offer. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Marissa just slacked me and said that was really sweet of you.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I love to invite people to that, especially who are on the fence, either mentorship or membership. But I love using it as an opportunity too for first timers to just get an opportunity to meet people. So, yeah, if anyone asks, Caitlin said it was okay. Caitlin, you got the invite from Caitlin.
She's the bouncer.
Yeah, technically I'll be the one at the door, so I'll make sure you get in.
Did I not answer? Hopefully I lived up to everybody's expectations as to what you were going to walk away knowing or understanding or feeling about this conference. Did I miss anything? Did I not answer any questions?
This was amazing. This was so helpful.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm so excited you're going to go. This is so fun. Wait, is Greg's going? Like, is your whole crew going?
No, just Greg and I.
Just ditch him. Just ditch him and come hang out with me.
He usually is the one who ditches me, and I'm like, oh, new friends. So
you will find plenty of new friends at Women in DSO. Well, I'm
excited.
I will send out a message to all of you guys. I'll include Caitlin's information, the agenda, just in case. Erica, definitely try to get your room, sooner rather than later. And again, I'm sure, like she said, Thursday, Friday, those are the great days because Thursday, technically, the reception doesn't even start until later in the day. So like you don't have to stress. And just because everyone else is getting there early, like this is not a, I know we all have like FOMO and we all wonder that kind of stuff, but look, we all just go at our own pace. You do you, and that is just fine. That's enough. So don't stress. And I'll give you guys, I'll put my, well, actually, I'll just put my phone number here in the chat too, so you guys can all put that on there, like the little radio station person. Oh, well, that's not, I don't want to put it in the waiting room. Duh. There we go.
Sarah, I just want to say thank you so much. This was obviously Sarah's not getting paid to do this. This was not something we asked her to do. This is something she was doing on her own that I was like, heck yeah, how can I come? And I promise I'll keep everything in the chat. I won't take anything outside of the meeting, but just wanted to be here as a resource, but really appreciate you organizing it. This is hopefully, I mean, I even got a lot out of it and I'm really looking forward to hopefully meeting all of you, if I haven't already, at Empower and Grow.
Oh, thanks, Caitlin. And thank you guys so much. And if you have any questions, you can email me, text me, whatever. I'm getting in, I think, on Wednesday, so I'll be there. And again, if you need somebody to help you get out of going to a bar, I am your girl. But you guys just let me know. But thank you guys so much. I hope you have a majestic rest of your week. And if you're in Chicago for midwinter, let me know. Amy and I will be there. So let me know. Have a majestic rest of your day, ladies. Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome.